Hello everyone. I hope all you're doing very good in your life. Today in this video we will try to study the torsional pendulum, and after that we will derive an equation for twisting of a wire or a twisting of a cylinder. This is a very important derivation as per VTU syllabus. This derivation may appear in the semester exam for 8 marks. Before we start the derivation, you must understand the previous concept very thoroughly. So if you don't know the topics which we have done in a previous video, you can go by clicking I button in this above video. And the notes is given in the description box. Link is provided. By clicking that link, you can download that notes. Before we start the derivation, I would like to request you to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you will never miss any updates which is coming from my channel. And don't forget to share with your friends to support my channel. Today in this video, we will try to understand the torsional pendulum first. So torsional pendulum means that is a heavy body which is suspended to the rigid support with the string, that body which is executing the turning oscillation about that wire as an axis. This is nothing but we call it as a torsional pendulum. The torsional oscillation means it is a turning oscillations executed by the torsional pendulum about the wire axis. This is nothing but we call it as the torsional oscillation. And to calculate the time period of a torsional pendulum, we have a formula, that is T is equals to 2 pi under root I by C is nothing but we can use it to calculate the time period of a torsional pendulum. So in the next topic, we will derive an equation for couple per twist of a cylinder. So to do that, we need a cylinder. So let us consider a cylinder. The cylinder, one end is fixed to the rigid body where that body or that end will never move, and another end of the cylinder is free to move. So this is nothing but a type of cantilever. Once we attach to the rigid body, then we at the another end of the cylinder we will going to apply the force. That force is going to be twisted, and due to that reason there will be a shift from B to B dash for a theta. So this is the same will going to study with the help of the diagram. Let us see the diagram first. So let us consider a cylindrical wire with a radius r and having a length L, which is fixed at one end and another end is twisted. So the wire is made up of large number of concentric hollow cylindrical wire. So in that, let us consider one concentric circle, that is the thickness of that circle is Tr. Let AB is the hollow cylindrical wire of radius r and the thickness of that we take it as small dr. Get twisted to AB to AB dash. If O and O dash is the neutral axis of a cylinder, then phi be the angle of twisting. Then this sector OB B dash. Now we can find out the arc length of B dash, where which is equals to r into phi. Small r is the concentric area circle and phi is the angle of a twisting. So r into phi, that is nothing but take it as equation number 1. Consider the surface of AB is going to be sheared due to twisting. Then it will be A B dash. The twisting of that angle we take it as theta, that is nothing but shearing angle. So the arc length after the shearing angle is B dash, that is equals to L into theta. So L is the total length of the cylinder, theta is the angle of shearing. So take it as equation number 2. From the equation number 1 and equation number 2 are equal to each other. So that's why we can write it as L theta is equals to r small r into phi. Therefore, we can write the shearing strain that is equals to R phi divided by original length L. But the shearing stress that is equals to rigidity modulus into shearing strain. Rigidity modulus is nothing but we denote it as with the help of N, that is in multiplied with the shearing strain, that is R phi by L, capital L. If small a be the area of a cross section of a hollow wire, then the shearing force acting on it, which is given by shearing force is equals to shearing stress into area of the cross section. In the next step, we are going to write N into R phi by L into A. The area which over shearing force acts, so that is nothing but A is equals to circumference of the cylinder and thickness of the concentric circle. So circumference of the cylinder is nothing but 2 pi r, and thickness of the concentric circle we already taken it as small dr. So that's why we can write it as, instead of A in the above equation, we can write N into R phi by L into 2 pi r into dr. But the moment of the force acting on the wire is about an axis, that is nothing but neutral axis, that is equals to force which we are applying for a twisting into distance, the distance which is traveled after applying the force which we already calculated in the previous equation, that is nothing but N into R phi divided by L into 2 pi r into dr, that into distance, how much distance is traveled, that is small distance is nothing but small r. So multiply all the above equation, we got N into phi by L 2 pi r cube into dr. Take it as equation number 4. Now we got the equation number 4, which is for concentric circle, which is present inside the cylinder. Now we are going to consider the same equation for entire cylinder. To do that, we have an limiting value, so 0 to r. 0 is the center of the cylinder, capital R is the radius of the entire cylinder. So take it as the integration limiting value 0 to r, apply the integration formula to the above equation number 4, we get the total moment of the force acting on a cylindrical wire, that is equals to integration 0 to r into N into phi by L into 2 pi r cube into dr. So once we solve the integration value, we finally get the coupling acting on a wire due to torque, that C is equals to N pi phi capital R raised to 4 divided by 2L. This is the equation which we got it for C. Now find out the couple per unit twist, that we can write it as couple acting on a wire divided by angle of twist. So angle of twist we can already know that is a phi. So phi get cancelled. So we are getting the equation C is equals to N pi capital R raised to 4 divided by 2L. So this is the end of the derivation. I hope all you got to know whatever we tried to explain in this video. If you like this video, please like it. If you like this video, please share with your friends so that it will help to me and my channel. If you have any doubts related to this topic, please comment in a comment section so that I can definitely reply to there. So with this, signing off. Have a good day.